Alright, today I'm going to be opening up the newest wave of Masters of the WWE Universe. That's what they used to call them. Now they're WWE Superstars. They are on the Masters of the Universe Origins body. I love these figures. They are really hard to get in Canada until today, until they were available on the Walmart website. So that's what I found them. The last time I looked was, I don't know, it could have been a week ago. I noticed that the Ultimate Warrior was gone and the other three were available along with some of the ones from the older waves. What happens in Canada is we just get a few of them and then they stop sending them and then they clog the shelves with this one wave and then we never see another wave. And I have to go to toy shows and stuff to get these. It is my lesson in not being a completist. It's impossible for me not to get the full set, and they have chase ones, and it's really disheartening, and I hate it but like I said, it's a good lesson in me not being a completist. Look how they put these backdrops up. You see how they match up the back and make it a poster? I love that they do that so that you could cut out the cards and frame it and then it could be the whole back scene. These cards are flimsy though, not like the ones that they have upgraded recently with the Origins figures. They get really bent up when I find them at stores. These ones did come in the mail and they came in the shipper box, so they're in pretty good shape for what I usually get at when I do find them in store or when I buy them at a toy show. Really four great characters. Also, I should mention how awesome the retro stuff is on the back. Is this an international card? I believe it is. Yeah, we've got different languages going back there. It's not just the regular American one. The artwork usually on the back is much better. I really like that they do a lot of classics and a lot of 80s classics. We have the Ultimate Warrior today, which, I don't know, what did he show up in the 90s opposed to the 80s now? And then we have Nikolai Volkoff, who is a retro 80s wrestler that I love. And then we have George the Animal Steel going on there with his green tongue. I'm an animal lover, he says. And then we have right here Stone Cold Steve Austin. Check him out in his package. Again, the art is awesome. I love the cross-sell back there. They do use the actual photographs for that. And the artwork is incredible. Let's cut these open. We get the surprise packs with these. So all Origins figures, all Masters of the Universe figures, we used to get little gift bags inside. But I love that about these figures. They're really, really cool. These are kind of expensive, but actually when I do the math, they kind of are what I pay for Origins figures right now. I do end up pulling this off the card. It's glued on there, and I think I've saved all of them, but it scuffs up the thing. But I love these little insert packages. I wish every toy would come with a collector card. It's something that I think they really should do. All they'd have to do is put a little label inside the box and then put all the information on it. I mean, it could even, replace the printing that they do on this card. I like collector cards. Anyway, that's what the back of the uninterrupted artwork looks for him. And this, whoa. Now that I have these pristine cards, I don't wanna mess them up. I want to have to be careful. So, yes, so they are a bit more expensive. I don't know. Now it's kind of, I don't know if they are. In Canada, they're like $35, which is ridiculous. Can you believe that? When these first came out, $15 each. And now it's really sad. Let's pull him out. And then, okay, and here's the back of his card, looking pretty darn sweet. Love the artwork on these. So retro 80s, like punk. I love it. Love it. All right. Oh, the cloth goods. So yeah, that's the thing. So they do put a lot of money into these because they do have different. Not that I'm a fan of cloth goods. To tell you the truth, I'm not. I don't want my Masters of the Universe figures to have cloth goods, but it's actually kind of cool. And I actually have some 1/6 scale action dolls that can actually wear these clothes, so that's also kind of fun to use them for that. Little goodie bags in each package. That's what's the best part of this. Oh, here's the artwork on the back of this card. Really cool, bright colors. Again, very punk, 80s punk scene. And then everyone's favorite, Ultimate Warrior. Arguably the most famous wrestler of all time. I mean, The Rock, maybe? But I don't know. I think, in my opinion, the Ultimate Warrior is way cooler than The Rock. Ultimate Warrior. Rip that out. Kind of bend it up when I don't know. I don't know why I save those. They're just, again, they are so retro as well. They look kind of 70s with the colors and the stripes and the stuff that they used for those. All right. And then the back of his card, looking real cool. You can see the stylized characters back there too. They're really funny, and they're the wrestling fans. They're the real stars of the show. Incredible. All right, let us go. Yeah, I don't know. In these bags, we're gonna find extra hands, and I don't know why they do that, but I'd have to say that the one that I am most excited about is Nikolai, for sure. But we will see how I feel when we get these open. Okay, Stone Cold. Well, I guess we can start with him. Why not? I don't remember the braces, to be perfectly honest. Because, I was more of an 80s wrestling fan when it was at its height. Well, I don't know if it was at its peak, but that's when this stuff started, and it was Hulkamania and all of that. It was out of control. Cyndi Lauper joining the crew, it was whacked. But look at these knee braces. So cool. And we've got his vest on. All of these things come off. He's got his bald head, looking really cool. The knee braces are great. He's got the jean shorts on. These have to come off. Oh yeah, they do. They pull down shorts and knee braces and knee pads, which are totally they're unattached. They're not. Oh, I say that. Yeah, they're totally unattached knee pads. We get those on a lot of these figures because, yes, they're wrestlers. The likenesses I'm noticing are incredible on these. Like, I don't know if they have to do them digitally, but they look so good, and they're so much more realistic. Usually I don't like that. Like, especially on these, toyetic bodies, sometimes when you bring out too much detail, especially in just the face, opposed to the rest of the figures. But no, they did an excellent job at making it look really good and really detailed, but at the same time, it's still got that toyetic feel. So I love all of this. I guess I'll strip them down at the end of the video. It's pretty easy. We've got I don't know how, because he's got these knee pads on, his knees aren't bending very well, but he's got the ankles and the knees, and these all come apart just like the Masters of the Universe Origins figures, and you can swap them with those figures as well, which is, I don't know. I don't do that enough. I certainly don't do it at all, actually, but I do love that option. I just, they all have different skin tones and stuff, so there's not really a reason to do it, and I just love how they look as a contained figure. So let's see what's in our little mystery bag. Yeah, it is like Christmas every time we open these. It is, though. I think it's just usually hands. Sometimes there's something else in there, like a pair of sunglasses or something. And to tell you the truth, I don't need these hands. I'd love if you left a comment down below and let me know if you think that the hands, the bonus hands, are something that are important to you, that you like. But this hand is so amazing. This is the one that I like, the one that can hold something, but it's like kind of a fist, and it's kind of a relaxed hand. It's the perfect hand. So having 2 of those on the hand, I think that is good enough. I don't know why they go to the trouble. I don't know why they wasted my money. What could they give me instead? They could give me another accessory instead. That definitely would be cool. But we get the hands, and I never know what to do with them because I don't use them. But we've got, in this case, like they do switch up some bit. We've got 2 fists, and we got 2 open hands. But like I said, these are kind of a cross in between, and these hands are toyetic again. So Stone Cold Vest. Let's move on for now. Oh man, I just did a real thorough vacuuming of this area, and well, my whole room here. And now that I'm opening these, I don't want all these little, they get all over the place, these little tiny ties. I'll have to be super careful. So George here, I might be really disappointed, particularly disappointed with these little treat bags. I think that they might all end up being hands. And then am I just going to mix them? I feel bad. It does look like they're pretty much all the same skin tone. I guess it doesn't matter that I mix them up. See, that's the other part too. I don't know how to store them. Usually I just stick them all together. I should probably write on the bag. Maybe I will do that. I can see in this bag it's like the exact same thing. So maybe I will start doing that instead of using them. But I think that the colors are even exactly the same, at least on these 2 characters. So I'm putting them back in this bag, and I'll put it with his name tag so I know. And then maybe I will write on these bags who they belong to. But however, I do have a whole collection of hands from all the other figures that I just keep in the bin with all of them. Do I have that bin here? I do. Check this out. So this is my full opened collection of these. I mean, this looks like it's not safe and it's bad, but I do put them in carefully, and I try not to jam them in too much. Oh, and this is an example of where all of the hands have been going. So that's usually what I do. Maybe I will do that. I don't want to get rid of them, but that's completely full now. I'm going to need a new bin. All right, let's look at the animal steel here. We have his green tongue sticking out. He's got a cloth shirt on. We'll come back to that. He also has the knee pads. Everyone has those. It does stop their knees from bending, but they do still bend a bit. I can feel the click in there. Did I say boot, twist, ankle, like it's articulated at the ankle, lots of like usually rocking back and forth and stuff. It's like a ball joint down there, and then we have the wrists and the elbows and the shoulders and the waist. It's so good, and the neck is a ball joint, so really good. Again, realistic face, looking super good. His cloth goods on. I'm an animal lover. This will be really cool to give to my dollies. Look at that hairy back. That's so cool. We're gonna save that until later. I'm gonna undress them all. You can see that he is on the plumper body, the rounder body, which is really cool too, that we've got 2 different body types. I love that. All right. My favorite opening today, Nikolai Volkoff. Here we are. Look at his hat, which does come off. Look, it really, this hat is made really well. Everybody's kind of bald today, except for the Ultimate Warrior. He's so not bald, especially in comparison to these guys. Check out the likeness. Check out the hair. Check how they painted it. A Russian wrestler in his Russian hat. kind of racist. All of this stuff was really nice boots, the way that the boots are painted, laced up. And show you his boots very well. Look at his tights with the stripes on them. So good. He's wearing his little underwear, and look what they did with these, which is kind of what Masters of the Universe was. There was a lot of complaints when the new Origins figures came out. The people were saying that they look so naked, and this is how they solved that, by using the body with the rest, and they just paint the tops of them, and then it just looks like it extends the little briefs when they're not in the crouched position. When you put them in the crouched position, you can't tell that their little undies are tiny. So that is what's going on there. Color is really good. The striped red socks. I won't be taking off the knee pads today. They do come off. You just stretch them over the boot. But yeah, it ain't worth it. And they look so good with their knee pads on. And then again, the shirt will come off. He's got the regular muscular Origins body, cool Velcro in the back of the shirt. But again, I will come back to that. And look at that, Nikolai. Very, very awesome. Look at them. They paint the bottoms of the shoes and everything. Pegs for the different play sets. Oh. And I'm just looking through the translucent bag. We have exactly the same thing going on here. We have the flat hand and the fist. Let me hold this up to the light too. For you, it's not holding up to the light. Yeah, these are just hands for sure. Once there was a pair of sunglasses in there. These are just other hands, and he seems to be the same skin tone as the other three. Or maybe he's not. Maybe he's a little more. He's a little more red. These guys are a little more jaundice. They got a little more yellow in their tone. So that's different in that. And then the Ultimate Warrior, he is, so yeah, these two guys yellow. This guy's a little chocolate milky. And he is, the Ultimate Warrior's tanned. So speaking of the Ultimate Warrior being the most famous wrestler, if I'm not mistaken, I have so many Ultimate Warriors from Masters of the WWE, Eternia, whatever. I said it at the beginning of this video. That wave, and then also in this wave, they've reissued him a few times. This one looks really familiar. I think this style might have been done already. Maybe they switched up the colors. I should have those standing by, but I don't. They did give him a wrestling belt, which is really cool, and they've got these armbands on them, which again are stretchy. There's no peg and holes on these. You just gotta pull them off and on. The fact that they gave him 2 for each arm and they're different colors is so great. Matching his mask. Again, he looks so good. He's the most toyetic because he does have the face paint. So he's more cartoonized anyway. Matching striped bracelets. Like, look at all the colors going on. He's showing his United States pride. Does he have anything in here? Anything but the fist and the open hand? No, it's just the fist and the open hand. So unnecessary. Alright, so those little surprise packs weren't that exciting this time. There usually is something fun in there in the different waves. But here he is, looking ultimate heavyweight wrestling champion. It says on his belt, look at the details, incredible, it's so tiny. And then look at that, we've got all kinds of different pegs, so you can put it on the plumper guys, which is kind of cool. And then let's start stripping these down. So let's take off this belt. Let's look at the details on it. It looks like a real wrestling belt, made so well, really cool. I can't believe the great painted details on this tiny little wrestling belt. And there he is in his wrestling shorts, looking ultimate here. His little logo back there. So good. The boots are attached. I definitely got this. Oh man, this is my new setup. Gotta make it so I don't shake everything. Yeah, the boots. We've gotten these boots before. I'm just testing to see if the ankle part comes off, but no, it's part of the boot. I mean, it might come off. It's probably glued though. I'm not gonna take these off, but they're really stretchy rubber, and yeah, just stretch them down over there if you want to. So those come off. Like my other Masters of the Universe figures, these don't come with the schematic drawing that I like so much that tells you which parts are removable. But that's how it works, and you can swap these things, but we won't be doing that. He looks so good. All right, Nikolai, let's take off his hat, which we already did, and let's see what he looks like without the shirt on. I mean, he's just gonna look like himself. We don't have any surprise. He looks real good. That's he's wrestling ready now. And then a really cool, simple red shirt. This material, you can see how it's made. They usually don't hem the edges on these things. It's that very costume-y material, something that we see a lot at this time of year, because it's the material that the Halloween costumes are made out of. Just really thin polyester. But I have to say it does work out pretty well. I'm not a polyester fan, but the little clothing pieces, they do a really good job, and they do make the figures look quite expensive and special. And in this case, I'll have to pull off one arm to make it easy, and his vest comes off. It's made like this. I mean, it's supposed to be leather, so it makes sense that, I skipped over. Anyway, 316 on his leather vest, Austin, and really, really cool. Steve Austin, right? Like the Bionic Man. Oh, that's the knee braces right now. It's all coming back to me now. We got the skull on there, metal face. So good. All right. And then here he is with his... Am I going to pull off... Here, I'll pull off one. No, will I? No, I can show... It's just going to pull off. It's just loose. I won't pull it off. But, it comes off like that. It's just a little brace there. It fits so well. Normally, when I'm reviewing the Masters of the Universe Origins figures, I complain a lot. I notice a lot that the weapons don't fit in the hands always, and the armor doesn't stay on the body very well. But they're doing a really good job with the knee pads and everything that we've worked with here. Like the hat fit on really nicely too, wasn't falling off. The belt pegged and holes on very, very nicely. I think I struggled with some of these belts in the past. This one is coming off and on very, very well. Look at the details on his belt buckle and stuff. Really, really cool. He's got his jorts on. Awesomeness. And then let's go over to George and take a look at you guys. He's the biggest surprise. This is the best part, is that we get to see this less ripped body, still muscular, but in its larger form. You can see the bigger waist here, and I guess that is why they put the extra holes in the belt for this scenario where we have a different waist. But guess what? Nope. He's too plump for the belt. That's not happening. But you gotta love his hair texture that they decoed on there. Looking super hairy, green tongue, just repulsive. I don't know if I should say that, but he's supposed to be. And he is the animal steel. Awesomeness. These are great. I love these. These are so fun. They feel like playing with retro Masters of the Universe action figures, but they got the added articulation. I love them. They're just extra figures to add to my Masters of the Universe collection, and they really seem and feel 80s And how awesome is that? All right, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm sorry that I didn't make a video all week long. This is crazy. I'm trying to get my toys sold, the ones that I don't want, and curate the ones that I really do like. So I am focusing on that. I should be doing another toy hoarder episode, but instead of doing that, I'm just concentrating. I did a really good organizing to make my life easier and make my selling system easier. So that is kind of what I'm focusing on. But I probably will visit soon and make another toy hoarder video. My toy room is totally jam-packed right now, but it's also very, very tidy. So I just took a couple days to make things super tidy and easier for me, even though I can barely move around in there. But I can barely move around, but everything is more organized. All right, love these. Love you. See you again real soon, Masters of the Universe.